Yo, what's up guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. So this is a brief little video on the predictions on my take on who's going to win the Euros. I will also be checking out the Copa America game. I will probably make a video on that. I can't really give any predictions on that because I haven't seen much of the Copa, but Colombia looked really good, and I'm gunning for Colombia. I really hope Colombia win it, just because I think they play beautifully. I think they have a really good team, but also I don't want Argentina to win. But hey, if Argentina win it, they deserve it as well because they're in the final for a reason, right? Even though I heard Ecuador was a better team when they played against Ecuador, but England deserve it too. England deserved to be in the final, right? Even though their trajectory, their journey was a little bit easier than Spain's, but they're there. They beat, who they had to beat, and they deserve it just as much as any other team. Spain too. Like I said jokingly in my other video, if the sun rises up in the morning and the moon's there up at night, then by all logic and reason, Spain should be able to win this. And I think it's going to be a relative easy win. I think Spain are going to win this, but I hope to God I'm dead wrong about that, and England do something about that, and they make an about face, and we see a completely revamped England in this game. But I doubt we will. You could tell as the tournament kept going, England started playing a bit better. I don't know if you can say that. It was just against the Netherlands. I think it's funny, all this hype about England playing, like an amazing game. I don't think it was an amazing game. It was just better than the rest of the games. But then again, the bar was set so low. What can you expect? They played fairly better than previous other games. Foden, Saka, Trippier, I think, who's been catching a lot of flack from everybody. I thought he had a better game, a better performance. But one thing, because people are talking about Palmer, should play maybe instead of Foden, or they'd like to see Palmer instead of Foden. I'm okay with Foden playing and Palmer on the bench, just because, as I said before, I think that Palmer's a little bit too chill, a little too laid back, a little too nonchalant for his own good. And if he does play and nothing's happening in those first 15-20 minutes, I feel like he kind of just loses steam, and he's just like, screw it, I'm not going to do anything, because these guys are not getting the message. These guys aren't running, through the channels. These guys, or Kane, if he's playing, he's not going to go in behind the defender, the center back. So what's the point, And at that point, he's going to go in the middle like he did against, I can't remember who it was, Slovakia maybe, and nobody was giving him the ball. No shit. No shit, because none of these guys, Foden, Bellingham kind of, Mainu would be the only one that would be able to see the bigger picture. He was trying to look for the ball between the lines, and nobody was going to give him that ball. I think maybe Kyle Walker gave him one ball, and then he's just lost the entire game. The only thing I will say that when he does make the changes, when he has to make subs, please, for the love of God, Southgate, do it as soon as possible. Don't wait until the 78th minute. That's what he did last game. What's the point? And against Spain, remember, I don't think that they're going to have the luxury to be able to do that, to wait that long. I don't think that's going to be possible. So I'm okay with that, Foden playing and, Palmer to come in just in case if things get worse. As for Kane playing, look, he's the captain and all, and I think he should take a knee. And by that, I don't mean like what they're doing nowadays. I mean, he needs to sit on the bench. He needs to have a good talk with himself, a good look in the mirror, and tell himself, I'm not mentally capable of playing in this tournament. He's been a complete waste of space this whole tournament, and I believe he needs to be on the bench. He absolutely needs to be on the bench, and he should allow other players like Tony, like Ollie Watkins to be able to take his place, because they will definitely play a better game. I don't know if they're going to score, but they will definitely put a better performance than Kane. That's the one thing I wish Kane would do. Is it going to happen? Not likely. I think we're going to see Kane play. I wish to God he doesn't play. Really wish to God. Nothing against him personally. I think he's a great striker, but at this moment, he's not himself. He's not Kane from Tottenham, let's put it that way. And I think the one way of maybe stopping Spain would be what France did against Spain and closing the middle for Rodri. Rodri is, I think, key player there to destabilize this English squad and the game tomorrow. France did a really good job, and Rodri, I didn't really see any through balls, any dangerous balls that he was laying off for the attackers. None really. Obviously, they found other ways, but they put a stop to Rodri. I think it kind of reminds me of, I can't remember of a specific game, but when you think about Messi back in the Barca days in the 2000s, early 2010s, anytime anyone beat Barcelona, I'm gonna say it's because they put a stop to Messi, not individually, not like man marking him, but just closing off the options that he's able to have. Like once you do that, like I'm sure that was your best chance at beating Barcelona. Obviously the middle two, Xavi, Iniesta, but Messi. If you want to completely obfuscate Messi, I think that was the way to go. Not man mark him, because that's going to be a harder thing to do, but his options. Yeah, close off all his options. So the same thing with Rodri. I feel like if you close off all his options, you have a better chance at beating this Spain squad. Of course, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. I mean, I think because they're young and they don't have the experience, I think if you do a really good job at organizing yourself on the flanks of always having an overload of players so they don't overload and they don't have the 2v1, like let's say Nico Williams with Cucurella. I think if you have that always, but you have to be laser focused and disciplined to be able to pull that off. I think you do a really good job at frustrating them because they're so young, they're going to get frustrated. And that's what I saw someone against France. You could tell that they kind of ran at some point out of options and he didn't know what to do. Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. I think it was first Nico Williams and then Lamine Yamal. They were kind of figuring out what to do, especially Nico Williams. And of course, there's players like, Olmo and stuff that you got to be careful with. And just really hoping that they have that drive tomorrow, to make it just a good game, entertaining game. As a neutral, just a really entertaining game. I want the 3 Lions to win, but at the same time, I'm okay with Spain winning it because they do have really good football. They've been playing so damn well, so I'd pretty much be okay with them winning it as well. That's my take, my predictions, and we'll see how it goes. Really excited, really amped up for tomorrow's game and the Copa too. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tschüss.